strange comment, and the hand flies off his arm across the room, splats against the wall, and falls to the ground, motionless. As far as you're aware, there are no current threats. How do you proceed?
I perceive the area around me.
Okay, make a perception.
That is a 20.
Okay. Much like the first floor, this main room is empty, devoid. No, there's a few like nightstands, and little tables along the walls, but there's not much furniture-wise. No paintings, no decoratives. It's just cobblestone, and then there's once again 4 more doors, and there's the stairs going up. You don't really see anything that stands out in this room.
First thing I'm going to do is go retrieve my arrow, and then I'm going to go into the room with my rope to retrieve my rope.
You retrieve your supplies.
Okay. Cure wound on him.
How much are you healing for? And is that a first level or second level? Well, you don't have second level.
First, so.
Just out of curiosity, how many first level spells do you have left?
This is the last one.
Okay.
And 4.
That gets me back up to 7 out of 8.
How is the party doing health-wise?
Do I see this?
Yes, you're displaying divine magic as you're about to learn another trait of skull.
No.
You see Mundy move up toward Taurus. He lays his hand on
Those as well.
the wounds
Still
were
have a
from
chocolate fudge.
the one on his arm. He lays on his arm where that was where the creature grabbed him, dealing the most amount of damage, and his wound. Any openings caused by the claws of the hand, they seal up shut. And
I quickly run up to him, grab his hands, and smell deeply.
Smell in your hand, by the way, Mundy.
Do I smell
Did you just throw
magic?
down your door?
No, the door's still with me.
Make your perception.
Aww. 11.
Yeah, you do not smell any transmutation work at play here. By the way, she rolled a 20. First time she has to smell magic.
Magic
It's a
smells like
thing now,
gooseberries.
Adam.
Fine.
It's a thing now.
That's a familial trait now. She's going to just be
What
able to
type
pass
of
it on
magic
to
was that?
other
They call it
people.
gooseberries?
Hmm?
Is that transformative magic? Transmutation, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this happens to you. This brooding creature has been smashing everything.
So I'll become
Dodging
even more
attacks.
intimidated.
Has run up to you, grabbed your hand, even though you stand a foot taller than he, and just smells it.
Inhales deeply. Is it at this time that he realizes just how handsome...
Oh yeah, you haven't
Yeah.
realized how handsome I am yet.
Roll for handsome.
Alright.
Yeah. Perception, that's a charisma check. No, it's not. That's persuasion. Just perception. You're trying to notice something.
He probably doesn't think you're very handsome.
It's okay.
Well, what does okay mean?
It's 6.
I don't know.
I'm very dirty.
Kind of looks like typical
when I
work.
saw you.
You thought I was very pretty.
But there's definitely a lot of dirt and mud and ash and whatever else he's been rolling around in.
Must be at work.
Most likely.
I don't know any works, so.
No, it's funny because he thought the same thing too, and you realized that he wasn't getting it either.
So, how does the group proceed at this moment? The room has been silent aside from loud sniffing sounds.
Upon not smelling anything, I will go back to holding my door.
I walk out in the hallway and proceed my area. Or is this like...
It's one big room with 4 doors, just
Oh,
like
okay.
the previous 4.
I'll go up to a door. At random.
Okay.
If on a scale of 1 to 4,
We'll go
I'd
to
pick-
a room that you haven't been in. We'll say that piece.
I'll pick door number 4 on a scale of 1 to 4.
Okay, you go to the room where the hands all came from. Door is open as they had to get out somehow.
I look inside, do I see any more hands? Or any other spookies, creepies, or crawlers?
You can go ahead and make your perception check as you look around the room.
That's a 16.
Thank you, Jim.
Cool. You look around and just like the one before on this story, there's a laboratory set up. A very mirror image where you going on here. But you are not able to detect any claws or spooks or giant blue men running around in this room.
I search the room for anything potentially valuable or interesting. Or even uninteresting things if they have a purpose.
In the little desk with the drawer on the floor, you can open that up and you find a candlestick.
A candlestick? Can I determine what it is made of?
Wax.
Oh, candlestick. I thought you were meant like the candle base. Like what holds the candle.
Nope.
I'll take the candle.
You said the room that he initially went into in the second floor had a laboratory setup thing too.
You didn't get a chance to explore the first floor, but they did. Essentially, on the first floor, on the right side there was a study. On the right there was a study. On the left there was a study. In the back two rooms, it was a bedroom and a bedroom. Now you're on the second story. The back two rooms are a lab and a lab, and the other two are unknown at the moment. It's got this whole symmetrical setup to this tower.
Can I go into one of the lab rooms and do a medicine check or something?
There's just empty beakers.
Oh.
There's no liquids. There's empty beakers on the table. Where the bookshelf is bare, no books or anything.
Dang. Won't be able to make anything out there.
Do I
Shut.
find anything in my lab that I'm in that I retrieved my rope from?
Go ahead and make a perception.
7.
No, nothing new.
Can I
Dang.
perceive for any new dangers?
You sure can.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Perceive the danger.
This is a familiar sound to you. You hear a whoosh, a whooshing sound coming from above somewhere.
I prepare my door. Is there any staircases nearby?
There are these stairs on the other. There's the stairs you came up on one side of the tower, and on the other side of the room are more stairs going up.
Okay, I'm gonna approach the stairs going up.
Anyone still in the main room? No, not
I
yet.
don't think so. I think we're all in labs.
Yeah.
Never mind. Skull heads towards the stairs only.
Do we hear the stairs?
You can hear the footsteps of Skull moving across the room.
I'll walk outside of my lab since I didn't find anything.
I guess I'll look outside and see what's happening.
Me too, because there's nothing in here.
You can all see Skull approaching these stairs cautiously.
Cautiously, that's not good. The person who's been able to do the most stuff is being cautious. I'm
He's
scared.
got the door at the ready as he's moving slowly.
I kind of quietly call over Skull. Is everything okay?
Just points up.
Okay. I'll proceed to follow.
Yeah, I guess we're going up.
Don't worry.
You can loot later.
It's true.
Yeah, but loot from the top down.
What's sufficient?
Alright,
True. I mean,
you're all heading to the top
we have
of the
been
tower,
taking
the
our
top
time.
room. What is your marching order?
Who's closest to Skull when we came out?
He came out first and approached
Okay.
to ask.
Were you in the same lab as him or me?
No, I went to the first initial lab, like the one that you had signed in.
That was the one Finrod
Okay.
was in. He was
So I guess it's
questioning
going to be Skull, Artoris, and then me, and then
Yeah.
Mundi.
things. Okay. Skull, you're the first one up. You can make your perception, see if there's anything initially.
Not this time.
You rolled a 20 the first time. Can't we just say that rolls over?
No, that's what this thing is.
8.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. I'll explain the scene now that you are all walking up the steps. So, now that everyone's up the stairs, you can all make a perception to get a better layout of the room.
Me, 18!
18.
6.
Get tracked by them all.
So 18 and 19.
18, 19.
18, 18, okay.
6.
So,
6.
most noticeably, even Finn and Grizz will notice this, is in the center. This room is smaller than the previous main rooms have been. There are no doors going anywhere else. It is just this center room, and it kind of has this like cylindrical dome shape up to the ceiling. In the center of the room, there is a pedestal, something on the pedestal. For the rest of you, the thing on the pedestal is there. You can see a small little disc, much like how a picture frame that can fold and shut. These two discs are kind of like that, and they're just open and connected.
Yeah.
Attached to one end is a chain, and it's kind of like a suspended. It's in a little glass, like flower dome container thing that you can see it. And it's just kind of suspending right there in the middle.
Suspended from a chain, you said, or is
No,
it just
there's a
like
chain attached to
floating
it, hanging on the ground. It's just kind of floating
Oh.
right there.
Did anybody grab that pendant that was around that big guy's neck?
No, I thought you did.
No one grabbed it. That's still on the floor.
I was hoping one of the more magically inclined people would grab it. But I'm actually going to head back downstairs to grab that.
Alright. Fenrir is heading back downstairs to get the pendant. 3 of you are still in this room observing. There's not much else going on here, just that thing in the center of the room.
Somebody should probably go with them just in case. I mean,
I'll be
Split up, gang.
We gotta search this place. Oh, before I go downstairs, I turn to everyone and be like, watch out for the shadow. And then I go,
I don't think I've seen it yet. Something like what?
He just looks at you betrayed.
Ted, no.
shadow.
So watch out for the shadow. Do you have any particular reaction to that?
I look at the shadowy parts of the room. And I was like,
Look down at your feet.
There's not
The
really any
shadow's been there the
shadows.
whole time.
It's still gray and
It's
gloomy.
my shadow.
There's like no direct lighting, so there's no shadows to be had.
I see.
Hey, there is that creepypasta, the shadows that come and kill people. They got tired of following.
Me too.
So
I'm not a
I guess maybe it's
follower.
a seafly thing.
could be. Fenrir is heading downstairs. The three of you are still here on the third floor.
Hmm.
That reminds me
Well,
of Bill.
I'm definitely not
I
going
need
to
to ask you, is John still around?
John.
Our first DM?
Yeah.
Alright. Wonder if I've been meaning to call him to ask him about something.
Oh, I can see if I can get his number for you.
I think I still have it unless he
Oh,
changed
do
his
you?
number.
Oh, I don't know.
So he was getting up there and he wasn't particularly helpful, so I don't know if he's still around or not.
Yeah, no, part of their original group is starting to kind of move on.
Die?
Yeah. No, these were like older, very large, unhealthy people who would game when I was 6 years old. So
And that ruined your bathrooms for you.
I didn't have to clean my bathroom when I was 6 years old.
Eventually you had to.
Wasn't okay. Wasn't okay with that.
Alright, so three of you in this room, you're still staring at this thing that's in the center.
Do I smell? Can I smell magic?
You can make a perception.
Hell yeah.
check.
Oh, 13.
No transmutation here.
Activate real quick. I'm about to cast Mindy on my hammer just in case.
Meaning Camber.
Yes, now that you're inspecting the hammer, you can notice there is a crack along the flat part.
I'll do Mindy to fix that up.
Yeah, it'll take some time, but you can patch that up with your mending spell. Is that a vocal thing? Because if it is, Skull might hear you.
No.
He's just whispering it. Please fucking fix.
I hope there's not any hands around here.
We killed all the hands.
Mending, vocal,
No,
somatic
I am
material.
never sure.
We'll see if you have materials.
What material is it?
2 lodestones?
It's like the predecessor of magnets.
I mean, as far as components go, unless it's something that costs money, like a gem, pretty much you have it on you. Otherwise, why would you have the spell? So it is vocal. Are you going to quietly try
Yeah.
to say it?
Roll
Perception,
perception.
skull.
Ending.
Skull. Perception.
That's one.
Oh,
It's close.
11.
No, it's a bit quiet.
I don't know. I think you should have to roll a deception check.
Yeah. Pleasant deception check. You're
What?
trying to hide it. Deception.
Could it also be sleight of hand?
No.
With your-
No, because it's the vocal aspect that I'm trying to hide.
True.
Nah, she hears me.
You hear a faint whispering coming from Mundy.
I quickly turn with my door raised.
I'm praying.
It could be in the form of a praying motion, but he's speaking, he's praying, and
To his hammer.
can see he's praying to his hammer. And
I smell him and his hammer.
It is transmutation. So
make a perception. See if you can pick up on the.
16.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. You can smell transmutation magic being at play here.
I put gooseberries in his hand.
It bends the berries.
oh.
I was giving you gooseberries.
Treasure them forever.
At least until we rot.
Your
Know that.
your book. It's right there.
And that's where this one thing right here comes into play. I hope she doesn't notice me doing that. Always picking up things aimlessly and fiddling with them until I see how much pressure it takes to break them.
Did you see the crack in the hammer being mended?
Yeah, that's why he smelled them.
I thought you would have been like amazed that somebody could do something without touching it.
Essentially, yeah, but I mean, I'm also holding a door. I have my priorities right now.
The greatest magic.
So after this display,
My
of magic,
priorities are split.
we'll say you're on your way to the first floor now, Fenrir, since they're taking their time. Is anyone doing anything?
I wish to
What are you
smell everything in this room.
Take it all in.
You're just
Take a
trying to
big
get into
whiff.
the 20s.
No, I'm not going to get it. I just want to
Whiff.
see if I can get any gooseberries.
You're trying to get more berries? I mean, you could already
Smell.
smell the magic that you...
I smell the magic on him, so clearly I'm smelling correctly. I can smell magic. So now I'm going to retry to smell the room for anything that smells like gooseberries. Because I don't know it's transmutation magic I'm smelling. I just think it's magic.
You can try again.
It's not good still. 11.
No, the only thing you're smelling is coming from Mundi over there with his hammer.
Did I find like anything while trying to sniff and inspect anything?
At one point, you did get closer to the watch. You did get closer to the device in the center of the room, and you weren't. The smell didn't pick up anything, but you did notice when looking upon it, on one side of this two-sided metal device, there is some scratching on it. What are your languages that you know?
Common, Orc, and Dwarvish.
You make no sense of it. And on the other side, there is.
Is it anything Arcana that I can use some knowledge for?
Yes, it technically would be related to Arcana. Try an Arcana check.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It was not a 20, it's a 19.
What's your total?
What are you doing?
23.
Not high enough.
Damn, so close.
Had to get that
Just to keep our big man entertained, I'm gonna make an image of a gooseberry on the wall and have it smell like gooseberries.
I smell the wall.
Well, yeah. Before you
Distracting.
observe the rest of the device, you're head over to the wall.
Apparently, a
You're
fucking 23 doesn't get me shit, so I'm done with this piece of shit.
That was to determine the language.
Do I know the language?
What languages do you know?
I know Elvish, Orcish, and Common.
It's none of those. So unless you want to attempt an arcane
What
check.
I
languages
wasn't
do
working.
you
Well,
know?
he's distracted.
Giant orc, dwarvish, and goblin.
Jesus, you know
That's
languages
two.
actually.
Could I at least tell what language it was?
Nope.
Probably desolate.
From your guys' perspective, it's an ancient and dead one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen it in your
Yeah.
lifetime. And if you have, you
That doesn't-
wouldn't make any sense of it.
So high.
It's called toddler.
Pretty much the only thing you would have gotten at this level was needing a nat 20.
So
So close.
has he finally gotten the necklace?
Yeah, you're on the first floor. There's the pile of mush, and the necklace is still there.
Alright, I want to.
It's covered in guts and gore.
I pick it up cautiously.
Give it a good shake.
You might need the description.
Sam finally took those possum
But,
babies back to the tree.
yeah,
house.
you can start playing it off, and are the two of you doing anything now that Skull is distracted?
I'll say I guess I'll just.
Gooseberries smell like gooseberries.
So I guess I'll just take another look around this room.
I lick the wall.
You can make a perception.
Yeah, you idiot, you just looked at the wall.
That's a 8.
Ow.
You're not finding anything in this room other than the thing in the center.
And the gooseberry on the wall.
Yeah, the one you put there.
It
No, you
tastes
don't
like
even notice
gooseberry.
that somehow.
I can't do
It tastes like
or actually,
cobblestone for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can do taste. I do do a sensory.
I could have given you one.
I mean, taste is a sensory. Okay.
She gave me something.
Technically.
Oh, wait, no, I
You
can't.
should be able to change the
I
taste.
can-
Sugar berry.
I can.
I could have given that to him. He could have smashed it against
I
the
can,
wall and stuff, and it
where
would
to
have
go?
had the taste and the smell.
Where do you go? Could do that.
The magic of crushing.
Oh, this film, was it? Okay. Yeah, I can actually add flavor to it, though.
Okay, if you add flavor to it,
Transmutation
It-
magic
That's all,
makes
that's
you the
all three
best
of my
spell.
presentation.
it'll be a mixture of cobblestone and gooseberries
Hell yeah.
against the wall.
Tasty.
Alright.
He's
I'm gonna head back upstairs with the amulet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my crownberry royal.
It's not bad. While I'm walking upstairs, can I inspect the amulet for anything
You can as soon as I find a picture of it.
that's cool? I'll be patient.
But in the meantime, the other two, are you perhaps looking at the device in the center, or are you just looking around the room some more? What are you up to?
Who?
The two of you up at the top of the tower.
I'll go and I'll look at the device and stuff. I won't know what to do with it, but I'll look at it.
Okay.
What languages do you speak?
Common, giant, orc, dwarvish, and goblin.
It is none of those languages.
And I also speak whatever language that's written down on that.
Whatever language it is.
I have a feeling.
Just let me know real quick.
I have
I'm gonna guess it's a missile undercommon.
Oh, me, it's English.
Could be draconic, but I don't know.
Oh man, it's English. Shit.
Ah!
It's not even
The most
from this
difficult
Like the
world.
foreign language.
Right? Jesus.
But yes, as you're looking closer at this device, you can make a knowledge arcana or history check to determine what it is. Anyone who's looking at it.
I already looked at it.
That's an at 20.
Fuck you, man.
And if I do that in Arcana check, that's 24.
Fuck you, man.
Then I'll do the opposite one just in case. Whoop-a-doop-doop. I don't know.
Well, you already failed the language check. But now, what was your total, Adam?
That's 17.
If you give him anything, I'll be so upset.
What about me?
She'll stand up.
You rolled one higher.
Adam,
You're
you
fine.
need to get out of
You
here
were
right
rolling
now.
specifically for the language. I would have let you have more rolls for the device. But
I
then you
rolled
got distracted.
Arcana.
And it was to determine the language.
It's all Arcana knowledge.
Everything's Arcana if you look at it, certainly.
From a certain point of view.
Anyway, Rhetorus.
Not from my perspective.
You haven't heard much. You haven't heard much, but you have heard of things known as clockwork. And you believe the thing you have found might be classified as that. A small metal object. As you're looking at it, there are two hands on the inside, and they are. I guess there's three. They're ticking away. As players, you would all know this as a pocket watch item, but as players, this is a foreign thing to you.
Here it comes. We're getting Primus involved. Here we go.
So can I...
But
That's
you
a D&D
did roll
fifth
a
edition.
20, so roll another Arcana to try and learn something else.
I thought you were talking about the band.
You rolled a 20.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, didn't roll high enough for the language. He's not getting the language. He already failed the language check.
Arcana, you said?
Yes.
16.
No, that is not high enough.
Dang.
Am I back in this
At
room
this time,
yet?
you are unable to learn anything else. Purely observing this device.
Did you find me a picture of my amulet?
I can put a picture of it on the wall. It'll taste and smell like gooseberries.
Hell yeah.
Everything tastes and smells like gooseberries for some reason.
I'm gonna lick it.
Gooseberries
Not the
smell like
gooseberry.
gooseberries.
The contraption holding the watch.
And the penis smells like
Or the device. Whatever you want to call
the
it.
glass.
No, I'm gonna lick the glass.
You're gonna lick the glass.
It has
Glass
an
even
alternative
has-
taste.
to be really
It has the
interested in
taste
that
of
wall,
dust.
Tasty. Can I look around the bottom, see if there's anything holding it or anything indicating that
There
something
is currently nothing holding the watch as it's levitating there in the air.
What about the glass to the table?
It is.
I'm gonna nudge it.
Okay, you nudge the glass.
Does anything happen?
The glass moves. The watch stays stationary.
I'm gonna nudge it the other direction. Anything happen?
It's happening.
I'm gonna tilt
You're
it
moving the glass around.
slightly up a little bit on one end.
You're opening it.
Tiny edged a little bit.
Away from you.
Away from me.
as you lift the glass, even the smallest amounts, the watch falls onto the pedestal.
You return it. What'd you do? I tell you, put it back.
I'm gonna start backing up down those
You
stairs.
actually put it back where it was.
Where
When
am
you reseal the glass container, the watch remains on the pedestal.
You broke the magic.
I tell everybody.
I tilt it back up again and smell deeply.
I'm just imagining the fucking demon's
You can make
crucible
your
kind of thing.
perception. But I think it's-
There I'm free.
20! Hey! What's this magic smell like, motherfucker?
Smells like victory to you.
It does.
You're not allowed to complain about the language anymore.
It's fair.
Smells like blood and sweat.
I'm willing to agree with that. I'm going to become just like Will.
Yes, it was transmutation.
No!
But your senses with transmutation get a little strong.
Okay, I'm better at smelling.
Now you can get around 19.
I was really hoping to learn that. See, you just wanted to smite me with that. See how you are?
We didn't have to come up with a new smell and everything on the spot.
This one smells like juniper berries.
You just make a list of things I can smell.
I meant to make a list of like different spices or different smells or senses, but I ran out of time.
You need to make like evocation smell like really bad. That way she doesn't want to smell them.
Or necromancy.
Necromancy.
Or necromancy, yeah.
I'm an orc.
I mean, like if it was like evocation,
If anything,
smell like sulfur.
evocation,
Yeah.
like sulfur or gunpowder or something.
Does gunpowder exist in this world?
Probably in some parts of the world.
Gunpowder is made
Not
mainly
nearby.
of
Let's go
sulfur.
with that.
It smells like gunpowder. What's gunpowder? You don't know.
Well, much like
You
the
just
watch,
know.
you as a player know, but you as a character have no idea.
So where am I? Where am I with this amulet?
Fucking gooseberries.
I'm dead, guys. I died.
You didn't die.
I'll remember you fondly. as
Oh!
the guy who
That was me that
shoot
figured
me,
out the
yeah,
transmutation on it.
Look, we worked together to kill a
Use
bunch of hands.
prestidigitation.
Remember that part.
So you
Remember the
So you
hands.
indicate that you smell the gooseberry smell.
I bring out gooseberries and hand whoever's closest to me gooseberries. I proceed to lick the amulet.
Well, I imagine you just handed one to me, so I think I understand that. I think I would maybe have it. Well, I guess I could roll perception or
She's
something.
imagine
licking this
her being
unusual
like
contraption
that one,
of metal and
ice cream test.
glass.
Meaning it's you take it and you make sure that it gets enough just on that day.
But would I
Like that
be able to figure out that whenever she does that means that, well, when he does that means transmutation magic?
My God.
I mean, that's been your character observation so far, so that you can easily come to that conclusion.
I see. So now with my newfound knowledge, I'd like to receive the object again while it's being licked.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and try another Arcana check.
That's 11.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't get a good look at
You
it.
can't say for certain whether
Almost the whole
the
side.
transmutation-related nature of the magic came from the watch, or had something to do with when
But that
the
one
glass was
specifically
open.
only came if you bought an entire box.
But definitely
Sure,
whatever
that's
effect
it.
was going on is no longer
Can't say
active.
that to somebody. I see. Okay, you got me there.
Can I examine the case of it?
You can examine the glass dome.
I examine the glass dome.
It's made of glass. You can't really seem to find any. Do a perception anyway. There could be something.
Nope. That's 6 plus.
You're not seeing anything etched into
Yeah.
the glass or
10.
nothing
No.
special about it from your observation. Just glass.
You'll come down. You're spacing out.
I did space.
You have this device in hand. It's still opened up, and you're looking at it. Cool.
Just looking up the devil. I don't know if she's going.
Does
Does
the,
it taste like gooseberries?
probably tastes like rice and quartz.
Tastes like brass.
Tastes like metal. So about this amulet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make up a description because I can't find the page.
It's an amulet. Word.
You can go ahead and make an Arcana check since you're observing it.
Not my strong suit.
Oh, today it is.
I did roll okay.
Oh!
My elbow.
I'll do that. This table's old. Can't take it
I
anymore.
was gonna say this table might not be able to take
18.
it.
Alright, firstly, I found a picture that'll work. There's the chain of the necklace, and around the chain there are 2 little golden hands, and they're holding what looks like 3 small red
More
gems.
hands. Cool.
As long as none of them are onyxes, I'm good.
No, the gems are red, and there's 3 of them. They're symmetrically placed. There's 1 in the center and 2 spread out from it. But your Arcana check allows you to determine that you are in fact holding a magical item known as a Peridot of Wound Closure.
Interesting.
And what you know about this item is that when someone is attuned to it, which will it takes a short rest period of time, so roughly an hour to become attuned to an object. If you're attuned to this particular Peridot, then should your hit points fall to 0, you auto-stabilize.
Hey, you will need me.
So, say that somebody were to get smashed by a door.
What would you talk about?
Would it benefit
Would
you
that-
to have it more
Would
than
that
us,
just
though?
restabilize you at the end
Well,
of the
we'll
round?
make sure that I would be able
Even if you got smashed multiple times.
I was gonna say, like,
Exact same
I may have
thing, so.
undid that by multiple smashing.
I don't know. Like I would.
Assuming the creature was
overall,
even attuned to it.
You
True.
guys, it would
Alright,
probably be
I'm-
better for you guys.
I'm gonna pocket it and just continue upstairs.
Alright.
Can I Arcana now that I'm fiddling with this doodad? Just general knowledge on the item itself.
Giving it the most intimate search it's ever had.
Huh?
Giving it the most
I am
intimate
giving it
search.
quite the intimate
Yeah,
check.
you
It
can
would
go ahead and
make
make
more
another
sense for
Arcana
me
about
to
that
do it
device.
that way that almost
Oh,
stabilizes
never
me.
mind.
That saves me a turn from doing
Alright.
stabilizing.
I'm just gonna-
I mean, it's
Just gonna pass.
shiny.
Just run up
and
and do the
wet.
things.
I do like
Yeah,
shiny
exactly.
I
things.
mean, I don't know where the water came from, but it's definitely wet for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, you notice that there are hands behind the glass piece, and they're just kind of moving.
Hands, or like hands of a watch
Hands
hands?
of a clock.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
What time is
it's
it?
a valid question. There's been a lot of
There's been a lot of hands.
Time, is it?
like, legit time.
No, unless someone needs to be somewhere.
Just him who has work in.
8 hours?
No.
No, less than 8 hours.
7.
All right, there's a small
Actually, about
hand
8
that's
hours.
It's less than 8 hours. It's like 7.
just
7 a.m.
past the
It's
6,
only
and there's
11.
a long
That's 8
hand
hours.
that is at the 5.
What was the first one?
The small hand is between the 6 and 7, and the long hand is at the 5.
Does this just give us a way to tell time in this fucked up hell dimension?
Mm-hmm.
So 6:25, and they are moving steadily.
We can tell time.
They are moving steadily.
Yeah, so there's the very
What is this
thin hand that
movie?
is moving every now and then. You can keep pace. It's keeping track of seconds. Now, you've only seen the inside of it, but since you are thoroughly examining it, on the outside of the watch, There's on the face, you can see the image of a 3-story high tower. And this thing does have a knob sticking out of it with a small little ring that the chain is attached to and hanging off of.
Am I up in this room again?
You are just now getting back from getting the parrot out, and you are seeing that Skull is heavily examining the mysterious object from the center of the room, and they're all huddled around inquisiting as well.
Is it like a chain, as in like a necklace chain, or is it a chain like in a pocket chain?
Pocket chain.
Pocket chain.
But you could convert that into a necklace chain if you really wanted.
I ask Skull if I may see it for a moment.
No.
Please?
No.
Are you saying this? Are you actively saying no?
He says no the first time, and then he just looks away. And then the other time he asks again, he just looks the other way again.
I walk up and I'm like, what are you guys looking at?
It's a watch.
Skull, can I look at it? I can't even look at it.
I said, Skull, can you try turning the little setter? I can't remember what it's called.
He turns it.
Nothing's coming of it.
So they try
It's
pulling it
just
out,
spinning on its own.
try pulling on it, and then turning it.
Very gently, he pulls it out. Are you aware of watches? 'Cause Skull has no idea what a watch is.
He did succeed on. He has an idea of what it is.
I've probably seen one once or twice whenever I'm talking to sponsors at the arena.
But he's
They're extremely expensive in this kind of time period, right?
I just want to look
something
at
very
it.
hard to come by. But yeah, since you constantly make checks to control your strength, I'm going to need to make one.
Oh no.
It's
Don't
a very
crush
delicate
it.
device.
So am I trying to roll high or low?
Yeah, let me set that right now. We'll say you need to roll 15 or higher.
I rolled 20.
Okay.
No, I
30.
rolled 16 plus
30 20.
4.
Yeah.
So you can pull it out. It's a small little tug and it kind of clicks out.
And try turning it now.
The hands, as you turn it, the big long one starts to rotate around the clock in the direction you're twirling the device, and nothing else. You're actively altering the time that's displayed there as you're fidgeting with it.
And push the little knob back down.
We're going into the future.
I'm just rolling it back, technically.
Updated you yesterday. You click it back in and it resumes keeping track of the seconds.
Okay.
But now the time is different.
Do you want me to roll how much I turned it? No, decider. I wouldn't have rolled it very much.
Yeah,
but...
go ahead and roll 12. To determine where the
12 hours!
The small hand is now all 12 out of 12
turn
position.
that much.
I mean,
Got it.
I could have done it like 4 freaking turns instead of one. Please.
And the longer hand is at the 11 position.
Do I feel any older? Or younger, rather?
Since you've been here, you don't even feel hungry. You've been here for quite some time now. You've taken an active long rest, and during this whole time, no one's eaten. You just don't feel like time's passing.
Good idea.
I want to
This
try to
is
get
the
a
top floor of
closer
the
look
tower,
at the
right?
watch.
You're at shop 4.
And there's nothing else in this room.
You haven't found anything else in the room.
Can I try to scoot between people to get a closer look at the watch?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm about it.
Can I roll
So I
a
think
perception check to see if I know what the fuck it is?
Shenanigans is about to happen.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. See if you know anything about this device.
Nat
Oh
20.
my god.
So what?
Okay, so
This is killing the DM.
much like Arcturus, you have also heard the faint talk of something called clockwork. Very rare, very hard to find, very fragile, very valuable.
Do I notice the symbols on it?
And then we have an orb just slobbering all over.
Have you done the language check yet?
No, I haven't.
No, he wasn't even up.
I was downstairs.
Now is your time to make the language check. Everybody gets 1.
Everybody gets 1.
Everybody.
Did I get
You got one,
I
yeah.
have a
You got
specific question about the language after I do this check.
so I'm not going to get it. That's going to be like a 12. It's Arcana as well, right?
Yes.
Does it look similar to what's in my dad's diary that I have not been able to read?
Yes.
I knew it!
Oh,
I've been waiting to look at this watch for like 20 damn minutes. I want to pull out my dad's diary and just like open it up and see if there's anything else in here that I can read. I want to study my dad's diary, see if anything else has revealed itself to me.
On that first page where I initially left the message of please take me to Bashir, that note is now gone and has been replaced with a new one. Where have you been?
My name's Riddle.
What'd you do?
this fell out whenever I pulled out my thing of juice.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I needed the juice.
Oh. Since he's all up in my business with my watch,
Well, he was initially, but then he pulled out this diary and he's kind of
can
like
I
freaking
understand
out.
the language in it?
In my
We
diary?
all got the one. You
You don't understand the
notice
language.
the similarities between the one on the watch and the one in the book, but you still don't know the
I
language.
smell it.
I pull it away from you.
He's actively
Take
pulling
my
you
watch
away from the book.
you.
That's fine. This is my dad's.
This is my watch.
That's fine.
My
Okay.
watch, my door, my everything.
I want to.
Hey, real quick, just claim the tower. It's my tower now. So.
So
I want the tower. Fuck this tower.
I turn to everyone and I want to talk to everyone at this point. I'm like, guys, so at this point I need to tell you guys why I was seeking out Bashir. I have this diary that was left to me by my late father. I've never been able to read it. It's an odd language I don't understand. It's the same language that is on this watch. But one day not too long ago, a new sentence appeared on this first page, and the book asked to be taken to Bashir, which is why I started seeking him out. And now that we are here in this tower, it's asking, it says, where have you been? But I don't know if it's referring to me, or if it thinks Bashir is here, or what's going on. But this is odd, and I don't know how to handle it.
I contemplate that for a moment. And I yell out the name of the wizard. And I don't know if it's Bashir or Bashir.
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 So I call out Bashir loudly.
I didn't expect my amulet talisman thing that I had.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can expect
Is there
that.
anything looking similar to anything that's on the clockwork?
When you look on the backside, you didn't really notice it before. Go ahead and make a perception.
Ooh. 30-20.
There are a multitude of symbols written on the back of this, but one reminds you of the one on the watch.
Can I pull up my knob and look at it? Does it have any symbols on it?
There was the logo that you could see through the glass parts.
What does it look like?
It was the image of an open book, and in the book was written the word Bashir. But, yeah, go ahead and make a perception.
I'm just gonna sit back.
Perception 14.
I was told not to get up to back. Back out from my.
Not sure whether you never
Told
noticed
not
it
to get
before
into it,
or
so.
you just thought nothing of it, but on the back side of the knob where it would screw into the door, if you wipe at it enough, you initially saw like a scratch. But now that you're wiping at it more, it's actually revealing a symbol that resembles the one in the watch.
I put my amulet away.
Have I seen anywhere in this tower that it looks like it would be able to take the threads on the knob?
No, it seemed like every door had a handle.
We haven't noticed the shadowy figure around at all anymore, have we?
Also, did anything happen whenever I called out Bashir?
When you went out?
Whenever I called out Bashir?
No, you spoke his name aloud. It echoed in the room, but nothing came of it. We can roll perception, because as you mentioned, there was something that was here at some point.